After following hundreds of patients wearing a continuous glucose monitor, they've taught me that it's the tiniest of changes that make the biggest improvements in your average blood sugar. I call these the micro mistakes that can ruin your blood sugar. Number 1, eating late at night. Okay, this is not a micro mistake, but it's one of those mistakes that people make all the time and they think, it doesn't apply to me. It really isn't something that I struggle with. Until they're wearing a continuous glucose monitor. And then they can see the spike when they had that something right before going to bed. So this late night eating or after sunset eating raises their blood sugar enough, and they have enough of a broken metabolism that it never really gets back down to normal overnight. These people grow health problems overnight. Their blood sugars continue to rise. And if they would stop eating at night, this would improve significantly. Number 2 is snacks. And, well, bless their heart, they are targeted by packages that say, this is keto and this is healthy, and they only had a few macadamia nuts. And although they feel justified and they're supported by all the industry telling them it's okay to eat it, their metabolism does not agree. And this CGM does a way better job of breaking the news to them that they don't need that food. Their blood sugar was still 115. You got plenty of fuel floating around your system, and it keeps emptying out of the storage fast enough to keep that blood sugar high. You do not need the snack. In fact, most adults can get the nutrition they need in 2 well-designed boluses of food. So eat, then don't eat for a while, eat again. Don't add the snacks in the middle. It really ruins your blood sugar. Number 3 is booze. Now, let's set aside those boozy drinks that are filled with sugar. I'm talking about the drinks where patients think they're doing okay. Doc, it says there's no sugar, it's low carb. And indeed, there aren't carbs in it. But watch what it does to your blood sugar. Remember that alcohol is a fuel. Yes, it is run through that mitochondria to give you energy. It just has a lot of other toxic side effects with it. But alcohol jumps to the front of the line and outranks the glucose or the ketone and will burn ahead of those. So if your body's not burning the glucose, that glucose rises. So the truth is, no alcohol is the healthiest alcohol. When I look at the advice I give to patients, I say, if you're gonna drink, make it a drink that you really enjoy, be hydrated while you do it, and stay away from the cheap stuff that they serve you on airplanes. Number 4, fake sugars. Now, in fairness, not all of these are built the same, but there is nothing better than that individual experiment where you're adding a fake sugar and you're watching to see what it does to your sugars. I have found the biggest sabotage are usually found in these little stick packs that you put into water or say, oh, you're sugar-free, but watch how your blood sugar just went up by 30 points. That average adds up. And if you weren't looking, you would be filing this under, it's safe, it's sugar-free. Number 5 is gum chewing. Yes, there are many patients who, through the years of trying to lose weight, they will deal with the lack of food by chewing on gum. And this habit of masticating, of chewing, really sparks the endocrine system just as if they were eating. I contend that they need a new coping skill. They need to limit their chewing to certain hours of the day and stop chewing, including gum, during those fasting hours. You can clearly see this when people do intermittent fasting, yet during the times when they're not eating, they chew gum. And strangely, that sugar doesn't course correct. They have a broken endocrine system, and until they get rid of the gum, they aren't gonna improve it. And number 6 is a bait and switch. It's exercise. Yes, when people are wearing a CGM, they will watch to see that their blood sugar rises when they exercise. And they will say, Doc, I need to stop doing this. It's changing my blood sugar. And I'm saying, no. That blood sugar is coming from the stored glycogen in your muscle cells that you're using. Sometimes muscle cells that you haven't used in a long time. By constantly emptying out that stored glycogen, you're actually getting healthier, even though the blood sugar is rising. A similar effect happens when you're in a sauna. So this is a micro mistake that you need to keep making, because over time you will stop doing that and you will have a net positive effect on your metabolism. If you're making some of these mistakes, rest assured, I've made a bunch. Check out this next video for the keto mistakes I wish I'd known at the beginning.